Oh, hi. It's Mark from My Relationship Coach again. I just wanted to talk to you today about something that I've experienced in the last couple of days that I think is absolutely wonderful. And if I ever think, why do I do what I do? Well, this is pretty much why. I've just finished with a client who came to me with some long-term relationship issues. Nothing particularly that's her fault, but was causing a lot of issues for her. As usual, I started by digging deep to try and find out what the root causes were, and that went pretty well. We started work, but it just wasn't really heading in the right direction for where I felt we needed to go. So I took a pause and I felt we might do better not dealing directly with the relationship issues themselves, but actually looking at and working on some personal development for her, which in turn would help her dealing with her relationship issues. So I asked her permission if we could change direction, and she said yes. And we started working on her personal development and understanding about relationships and many other things. We worked on it for a few weeks at our appointments, and we weren't really getting anywhere. I felt we weren't getting anywhere. If we were, it wasn't enough. We weren't achieving our goals, and I love to achieve goals because that's how we get to where we want to go. And so I sat down and had a heart-to-heart. Maybe you could call it a little bit of tough love, but I laid it out and said that we weren't getting to where we needed to go, and that I felt she needed to put in the 100% effort that she said she would put in at the start. She agreed, and we finished our session, and a couple of weeks later we were ready to go again. And wow, what a new woman. She came on with 110% go, go, go. And she was working on it every single day. We'd do our session together, and then off she went. And next time she'd come back, she had gone so far and put in so much work that we were just going in leaps and bounds, and we were ticking off all of the goals that we wanted to achieve. And I was feeling really proud of what she was doing. During what we were doing, we ended up resolving not only the issues that she wanted to resolve, but that spilled over into other relationships that she had, and they were allowed to be strengthened. Some were cut short, and people were moved on because they weren't the right person for her. But it was a very successful way of going about doing it. And I felt that she was doing so well that I was struggling to find more questions to ask and more things for us to talk about. Basically, she'd made it. She'd reached that end goal where she wanted to be, and she was a totally different person. You would not believe the difference from when we first saw each other to when we got to this stage. Very, very confident, very empowered woman, understood things, knew who she was, where she was going, and what she would take and what she would not take within all of her relationships. This is why I always like to focus on each person as an individual. we're all different, no surprises there. So an out-of-the-box solution for everybody just doesn't work. Each person, and actually in many cases where there's a husband and wife, once again, the same thing is not necessarily what we need to work on. The husband may need one thing and the wife may need another thing, but we get to the same goal, we just come in from a different road. So this is why I like to dig deep and find out what the problems are. I like to understand who my client is and how we can get to those goals. Absolutely critical to have success. And at the end of the day, if we don't get success, why are we bothering to do anything? It's just not worth wasting the time. I really can't tell you how proud I am of this lady. She has done such an awesome job. She's a lovely human being, and she's a lot lovelier now than she was when she started this. My feeling of pride was just bursting, and we still stay in touch, and I really enjoy talking and learning from her about her experiences. So I guess if you find you're in a similar situation and you need perhaps to talk to someone about it, feel free to reach out to me. Happy to have a chat, see if I'm able to help you. If I can't, I'll tell you. But if we can, love an opportunity to work with you and just point you into that right direction and let you go ahead and change your life in a way that you really won't believe. Thanks for your time again. Ciao.